Students, now we are going to describe the features of animals, that is part 2. In previous video lectures I have described what are the body organization, what are the habitats, what are the symmetry of the living organisms. In this video lecture I will describe the other different features of kingdom Animalia only. Now back to the different other features of animal kingdom, that is the next one. The numbers is according to the previous video and it will be the 4, 5, 6 etc, but it will according to the previous video. Now back to the next important feature, that is embryonic layer. Embryonic layer. What is embryonic layer? When the animals live in the womb, that is animals are during the embryonic stage. After the zygote, all stage are known as embryonic stage. Then there has development of the 3 germinal layer. Listen carefully. The 3 different layers. It may be the 2 in number, it may be the 3 in number. But in higher animals, the layers or the different outer body has the 3 different layer. The outer layer is known as ectoderm. Middle layer is known as mesoderm, and inner layer is known as endoderm. After the development of all 3 layers, the next events in embryo occurs the organogenesis. It means ectoderm form the different other organs, mesoderm and endoderm also form the different other organs in the living organism, that is in animals. So it is the characteristic features of animals only. The 3 germinal layer, 2 germinal layer are actually not found in previous kingdom, that is in Plantae or in other Monera, fungi etc. So the embryonic layer are those layers that develop over the embryo, and it may be the 3 in number or it may be the 2 in number. If organisms possess all 3 numbers of the embryonic layer, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, then the organisms is known as triploblastic animal. That is the all 3 layers in triploblastic animals are ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. When the animal possesses, the lower organisms possess only 2 layers, that is ectoderm and endoderm only. There is no mesoderm. So when the animals possess thus only 2 layers, that animals are known as the diploblastic animal. So what are the 2 different layer in diploblastic animals? That is ectoderm and endoderm. And which single layer is absent? That is mesoderm is absent in the diploblastic animals. Now back to the example of diploblastic and triploblastic organisms. Actually the all animals that you can explain, that you can have imagine that are actually the triploblastic animals, like human being, cow, buffalo, rat, lion, tiger. Higher animals, mollusca, annelida, that is from annelida, mollusca, they are actually the different other higher group of organisms. Now back to the diploblastic example of diploblastic animals, that is actually animals that are actually the belong to the diploblastic in is the Coelenterata, Ctenophora. Coelenterata is also known as Cnidaria, and very little other group is Ctenophora. So Coelenterata and Ctenophora are only diploblastic, and before Coelenterata and Ctenophora, that is Porifera, are actually having the cellular level of body organism. So they cannot have the triploblastic or diploblastic in nature, but the Coelenterata, Ctenophora are diploblastic in nature. And from, listen carefully, from Platyhelminthes to the last, that is keep in mind, from Platyhelminthes, from Annelida, from mollusca, from Echinodermata, they all are actually till the Chordata, they all are actually the triploblastic. So I hope the embryonic layer, concept of embryonic layer is clear. Now back to the next important, that is body cavity. In animals. body cavity in animals. Actually, body cavity are called as coelomic cavity. Coelomic cavity. When the three germinal layer are formed, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, then there is development of body cavity begin in them, in the animal's embryo. So on this basis, on the basis of body cavity, animals may be coelomate. Animals may be coelomate, the acoelomate and the pseudocoelomate. Listen carefully. Now back to the acoelomate animals. When you cut the thin TS of any animals, then the outer layer is the ectoderm. This one is the outer layer that represents the ectoderm, and this one is the middle layer, that is mesoderm, and that is the endoderm. Then there is a cavity found in the mesodermal layer. Listen carefully. There is a cavity found in the mesodermal layer, and this cavity is known as, listen carefully, this cavity is known as the coelomic cavity. So this is the cavity in mesoderm. The cavity in mesoderm called coelomic cavity. And animals that bears this kinds of cavity is known as coelomate animals. This is the outer layer, that is ectoderm. This is the middle layer, that is mesoderm, and this is the endoderm. So the cavity is characteristics of only mesoderm. It means there is no cavity found in ectoderm and endoderm. So you should have a clear concept. The outer layer ectoderm, middle layer mesoderm, and inner layer is endoderm. The middle layer is characterized by having the cavity. This is the fluid filled cavity, and that cavity is known as coelomic cavity. And animals that bears this kinds of cavity is known as coelomate animals. An example of coelomate, all higher animals like human being, cow, buffalo, etc. Now back to the coelomic cavity. Listen carefully. Acoelomate animals. Suppose that this one is the outer layer. This one is the outer layer, that is the ectoderm, and this one is the middle layer, that is known as mesoderm, and this one is the inner layer, that is known as endoderm. When the inner layer is filled by the cellular mass, there is no any cavity found which is filled by the cellular mass, that is no cavity found. So this kinds of structure and this kinds of overall condition is known as acoelomate. A means absent. What absent? The coelomic cavity absent. So this kinds of animals is known as acoelomate animals. An example of acoelomate animal is Platyhelminthes, that is known as Platyhelminthes. Keep in mind, in which Taenia solium belong. Now back to the pseudocoelomate. Pseudo. Pseudo means false. The pseudocoelomate, pseudo means false. Pseudo means actually there is a false cavity found in the mesoderm. So pseudocoelomate are those animals in which mesoderm has a scattered pouch like structure, that is actually neither the acoelomate or nor the coelomate. Suppose that this one is the body of, this one is the TS of the pseudocoelomate animals, then this represent the ectoderm, and this represent the mesoderm, and the inner layer is endoderm, and inside the mesoderm very specific cavity or pouch like structures are actually exist, and that pouch like structure, that special structure is actually known as the pseudocoelomic structure. Pseudocoelomic cavity or pseudocoelomic structures, and rest part is actually filled by the cellular mass. ये बाकी चीजें क्या होती है, भरी होती है, बस थोड़ा थोड़े जगह छोड़ करके क्या हो जाएगा, ये खाली pouch like structure, that is known as pseudocoelomic structure, and that is actually the characteristic features of mesoderm only. It means all kinds of structures are around the mesoderm. So the animals that has this kinds of structure, that is pseudocoelomic cavity, is known as the pseudocoelomate animals. And example of pseudocoelomate animals is the Ascaris. That is the animals belong to Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes. So all about the body cavity is over, and if you have any doubt regarding the body cavity, you can frequently ask to me. So it is very important. Pseudocoelomic, acoelomic and coelomic animals, that is actually over. Now back to the next important feature. Next important features of animals is body segmentation. Body segmentation. What is body segmentation? The body of animals are actually either may be plain or having segmented. If the body are plain, there is no meaning for the term, for this term, that is there are actually no any matters for the body segmentation. But if the body are segmented into many pieces and they look like the train, so the body is known as the metamerism. The segmentation or body segmentation is known as metamerism. For example, when you clearly seen the earthworm, suppose that this is the earthworm, then there is a many segmented body, that is actually known as single piece of body is known as metamer, and overall body is show the very special characteristics, that is metamerism. For example, other example of metamerism, when you clearly see the housefly in your locality, then there is head, there is thorax, there is abdomen, then there is three piece of segment. So the housefly also show the metamerism. That is the overall structures of the concept of body segmentation. Now the circulation means the flow of liquid material inside the body is known as circulation. Like when blood flow, there is the blood circulation. It may be the open type, that is open circulation, or it may be the closed type or closed circulation. The open type of circulation form the open circulatory system, and closed type of circulation form in body as a closed circulatory system. So how can you define the closed circulatory system? When the circulation of liquid material flow or occurs in a packed body, that are actually known as the closed circulation. Keep in mind, when the liquid material flow in a packed system, they are like the heart fully packed, blood vessels fully packed. So this kinds of the circulatory system is known as the closed circulatory system. Example of animals that has the closed circulatory system is actually the human being, all higher animals, human being. The earthworm has a closed circulatory system having the heart also. So frog has the closed circulatory system. Now back to the open circulatory system. When blood flow throughout the body without any container, without any pot or packed system, that is known as the open type of circulatory system. So how do the each cells actually get the oxygens and nutrition from the open type of circulatory system? Suppose that this is the diagram of simple plain diagram of open circulatory system. then each animals having open type of circulatory system has a free space over the body from which the airs enter freely inside the body, and they will mix with the very special liquid flow inside into the body, and then the each cells inside the body get directly bathed from the aerated outer environment, that is actually directly contact with the environment. There is no any packed connection between the environment to the cellular part of the body. It means the circulatory systems are actually flow throughout the overall body from anterior to posterior in each and all directions, that actually show the open type of circulatory system. It means there is no packed container, there is no packed system. So example of open type of circulatory system is all insect, that is all arthropoda. Now next part of the features of animal kingdom, digestion in animal kingdom. There are two type of digestion found in animal kingdom, that is extracellular and intracellular digestion. Extracellular and intra, there are two type of digestion. Intracellular means when the food reach directly to the cell, when cell is directly involved in the process of digestion, nutrition and etc., that is known as intracellular digestion. For example, the poriferance, in which the cellular level of body organs are found. In case of extracellular digestion, when special organ perform the process of digestion, and then the fully digested food reach to the cell, that is known as extracellular digestion. For example, when you intake the food, then it first reach into the stomach, intestine, in which the fully digestion occurs, in which the digestion of food particles occurs into the very special organs. For example, stomach and intestine are very special organs. Then the fully digested food later sent to the different cells with the help of blood. So I hope extracellular digestion and intracellular digestion is over, and you can probably explain in your own language regarding the extra and intracellular digestion. Now back to the next important part. Actually video become too longer, then the next important part of the animal kingdom will discuss in next video lecture. Thank you.